Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim from DIY Dream Weddings. I think I'm live. I'm sorry if you got a glimpse of my ceiling just now. Sometimes the things seem to flip. Anyway, welcome to my channel. I'm creating bespoke wedding bouquets for those brides who aren't interested in conventional wedding bouquets. So these are very off the wall designs, okay? This is the second half of the Destination Wedding Bouquet, where you can fold down your bouquet and take it with you on your wedding destination to your wedding destination. Let me show you. So this is as far as we got. Let me just show you what these are like. So these are some completed bouquets which I've done here on YouTube on my channel. So you're welcome to have a look at these videos to see how these are created. So you can see how that is. You're able to fold that down, put your hand in there. You can fold that right down like that and put that into a bag if you want to. This one is another one I've made. It's a lot brighter. You don't have to have it this colour. You can have these in any, you can have these designs in any colours you want. Okay, you really can. So that's how that one works. Okay, you can just bend that down, put that into your suitcase. So what we're designing here is very similar to the heart one I just showed you. Except the frame is actually stuck on to the base of the bouquet. So let me just have a look and see how my filming is. I'm live on here, so I'm sorry I haven't been on for a while. I feel like I'm always apologising. I'm so sorry. It's just sorry. Oh, let's just get that. There we go. I just had to make sure the sound was on here. The thing is, I have been quite unwell, and it's been a while. It's been very difficult for me to get back. So I've done as much as I can. But there is another project in the pipeline, a humongous project, actually. So I'll explain that to you as we're moving along with this. Okay. So we did all this in the last live, as you might have gathered. So we made the base and we've made the handle, and we've attached some of this foam on the sides here for decoration. Okay, that's as far as I got with the last one. So you're welcome to have a look at that, and I will link it in the description. Yeah, I will do that when this live has been processed. Okay, so have a look at that. But you can have a look for it in my playlist, in my live playlist, and it will be on there. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to stick this on here. This is the handle. Okay. So we're going to stick this on here like this. And I thought the plain metallic silver card would be best. I think if we use this, it's going to be too busy. So what I thought we'd do instead is decorate the frame with some of this lovely card. I love this card. So I'm going to stick this on with some double-sided tape. Okay. So all the measuring and everything's finished. So that's great. Great. That was in the first half of this project. Yeah, so let me explain. I could explain to you what I'm going to be doing in my next video, just in case you might look on there and think, what the heck is this? It's going to be quite a big project, and to be honest with you, when I first started it, I was just going to do I was only going to do a part of it, and because my brain's been going but my body hasn't, as it were, I have been physically, mentally, I've been not so bad. So I have gone overdrive with this project, this next project for my videos. And I've decided that we're going to make, I haven't told you what it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be called yet, so I'm just going to explain it to you while I'm live here. So it's going to be a retro puzzle maze, and it's going to have, the puzzle maze is going to be in the middle of a flower. Okay, and I'll give you a glimpse of this because I have started to create the flower. Okay, so puzzle maze is going to be in the middle of the flower, and the flower is going to have petals which are shakers. Okay, so it's going to have two what is it called, interactive. It's going to have two interactive parts of this bouquet. One is going to be the puzzle maze in the middle, and the other one's going to be the shakers on the petals on the outside. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'll show you at the end of this video, this live, a little glimpse of how this is going to work. Okay, and then you will have a little insight as to how these videos are going to come together. Okay, because this is just explaining to you also. So I'm just putting this on the back here so I can stick it to the handle of the bouquet. And I just want to say thanks to all those that do actually watch these lives. I know there's only a small amount of you at the moment, but just that small amount really does count. It really does at the very beginning of this journey. And you just make it more real for me. You really do. Just by coming along and watching. Okay. So yeah, I'd like to explain it a bit more, but in the videos, I like to make the videos as straight to the point as I can. So I don't like to explain too much of it. So I've decided that in these lives, I'll explain more about what happens in the videos. Yeah, the other thing I was going to say, we're going to make this quite centered here. You can mark it out if you want. So I'm going to take these double-sided strips off. So also what I wanted to explain to you was that a lot of my projects are quite big. This is a small project of mine, okay? But a lot of my projects can be quite big, okay? So I want to explain to you that I can't always show you the whole product before I do the video at the beginning of the video, because it's just not possible. These projects are unique and they're very so I'm just going to put this in the middle here. So if you come on, do say hi. Don't be afraid to have a little, you know, just put hi in the comments to know that you're having a little glimpse at what I'm doing. That'd be lovely. So this is going to be the handle for the back of the bouquet, this Destination Wedding Bouquet, and you put your hand in there like that and it will all fold down nicely like that. Okay, this is your back. So I love this card, it's so pretty. And this is the front. Okay, and on the front we're going to put an initial M for your new surname. Okay, or you can put two initials on here. And on this handle we're going to do the same on the back. So you could, it's personalized, you can do what you want with that. It's totally up to you. And like I was saying, I'm terrible when I talk because I could be a bit of a grasshopper mind sometimes, so do tell me to slow down if you like. Okay, I get excited and then I want to tell you everything at once. So I'm going to stick this on with double-sided. You can use whatever you like. You can use, I'm not sure how hot glue will work with this card, so that's why I'm doing double-sided on this. Actually, what I'll do, I'll put this on last, but you will stick it in the middle like this because it'll be easier for me to decorate the front if this handle isn't sticking out. Okay, so we'll stick this M on first. Okay, so what I was going to say, I might be able to put that on with hot glue, but I don't know. Does anybody know if metallic card reacts to hot glue or if you can just stick it on? I don't want to take a chance, so I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to put a little bit of double-sided on the back. I might be overreacting a bit, but yeah. So with these big projects, like I said, I can't show you the whole product at the beginning of the video. It's just not possible unless, of course, I've worked a long time on it and then the videos don't go on as quick. Okay, so it's unique and it's the first time I've done these projects when I put them on to the videos. Okay, so that's why I go on these lives. Part of the reason is this is a completed project, but part of the reason I go on these lives is to show you the prototype for the next video. Okay, because these are all very unique bouquets. Okay, so there's a lot of work that goes into these, and I like to show you how you can do it as well, how you can create your dream wedding bouquet, whatever that is. Okay, whatever that is. I like to show you that that is possible. Okay, because I created my own wedding bouquet, which is a heart-shaped wedding bouquet, and that's where this channel began. Okay, when I created my own wedding bouquet, and I started to do this because what I'd like to do, my dream, my dream, and I hope you can make this real, this dream, is to create a lovely space where brides can see how to create their bouquets, and how where they can ask me questions about how to create things. Well, that's come off the back there. The sticky bit came off the back. This isn't the best double-sided in the world, people. It really isn't. But hey ho, what could you do? I'm going to put a little bit there. Yeah, so where brides can create their own bouquets and perhaps share those projects with one another. Also, where I could show them how to create their bouquets and to show them new inspirational ideas for their wedding day. Okay, that's the idea. And also where they can actually purchase their wedding bouquets as well. And I can also make them for them. So if you're a bride looking for something and you're thinking, I'm not really very creative, but I would really like somebody who I can keep in touch with, who can create my bouquets for me, or then I'm the person to come to. And if you'd like to discuss that, you can actually contact me on my website contact page, which is linked below, or you can also contact me on coffee as well. Okay, so just give me a little no obligation, okay, but if you're interested in what I just told you, then just get in contact, and yeah, I hope we can have a little chat together. Okay, when I create these bouquets for these lovely brides, I always keep in contact with them as much as I can, because when I was looking for a bouquet myself, I wanted that contact. I didn't want to just buy something and not know what I'm going to get. Okay, so there we go. So I'm in the middle of creating some of these little bits and pieces that I mentioned. Not all the structure is on here yet for my dream that I want to do, which is going to help you brides. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to what we're doing now. In case you're thinking, what's this woman talking about? If you've got any questions, please just type them below and I'll do what I can to help you with those. Okay, that's what I'm here for. And I'm always here, even if there's no videos or lives one week, I will still be in the background creating away. I'm always creating away. Okay, so this is your lovely initial and this is your hand off the back. Like I said, I'm going to stick that on with double-sided later on. I just wanted to do a bit of decoration for the front now because we're almost there with the structure. Okay, so we turn that over. Just going to get rid of some of this rubbish. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to have this M in the middle, so we'll put that on as well. We'll put that M on in the middle there. So that's all stuck down. Yeah, I normally use hot glue for everything, but I'm a bit frightened to use it for this card because I haven't tested it out yet. So I like everything to be, I wouldn't like to ruin it all, if you know what I mean. Right, there we go. So I don't know if I'm going to, in that case, I might as well turn my glue gun off because I'm not going to use it at the moment. So yeah. So just basically sticking this double-sided on here. So yeah. So if you're interested in creating your own wedding bouquet, I'm the woman to contact. Just have a look at my videos and you can see all the inspiration on there for non-conventional wedding bouquets, and they are really non-conventional. So yeah, okay, I'm just trying to stick this tape. You want to stick this tape on so that you can't see the edge of it when you turn it over. Okay, this is a little bit fiddly, probably I actually have got some paper glue. I perhaps could have stuck it on with some Pritt stick. I haven't got any Fabrifix. Is it called Fabrifix or something like that? I don't have any of that stuff. But it's a little bit budget because I just don't have the money to spend on that at the moment. But we're getting there. I've got, do you know what I have got with my Christmas money? I bought this lovely die cutting machine so that I can perhaps cut out some of the shapes that I use for the bases on my bouquets with some dies. And I thought that might be nice, and also to cut out some of the flower shapes as well. Although I do like cutting things out by hand, I really love it. I really do. So, right, so just a little bit more on there. I'm gonna just sit that in the middle there so I don't have to do the edge. It's cheating a bit. There we are. That's a bit far away. Sorry about that. We're moving a bit. Should we move in a little bit? Let's move this in a tiny bit so you can see a bit more of what we're doing. We want to keep this frame in here because I want to decorate the frame. So we're going to stick this M in the middle like this. And the reason I'm doing M is because my surname starts with M. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it does start with M. Right, okay. So right, just going to pull all this backing off and then stick it down. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut out some little hearts for the edge and decorate the edge. Okay. There we are. So I'm going to stick that like that. You can probably tell I'm not very, my work isn't perfected very well. It's not, you know, it's just, maybe I shouldn't say that, but if you're after something homemade and original, this is the place to be as well. So there we are. So I'm going to do some hearts around the edge. Where are they? Here. And I thought we could do it with, maybe perhaps we could do some little foam ones in the middle. Okay. And I thought, let me just show you. We've got different odds and ends from what we've cut off from around the bouquet project, from around the bouquet from the front and everything. Just all the scraps we got left, and I thought we could use them to decorate the edge of the bouquet. So I've cut out some hearts. Okay, this one has got a little bit of this paper in the middle and a metallic at the back. Okay, and just kind of just put them randomly around the edge. Okay, so you've got, so as you can see, we've got this metallic one. Okay, we've got these other pieces and this foam piece here. Okay, and I'm just basically cutting around these parts and just sticking one around the edge. Actually, that's why I was thinking of gluing those on around the edge. I'm a little bit worried about this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that glue gun on. I'm just going to test this metallic. I can't remember if I've ever used it with hot glue before, so I'm going to do a little test to see how it works, or whether it melts it or does anything bad to it. Put another bit on when it's a bit hotter. Right, so in the middle, I thought, I'm not sure how this is going to work actually. I thought, let's have a go. I've got this foam. Just draw some hearts. So when I do this, I just indent it with a wooden skewer, cocktail stick, anything pointed. Excuse me. Anything pointed. Okay, just gonna cut that. It might be better off if this is bigger actually. I don't know if this is big enough. Now I've cut, drawn around it. Does that work? See, we're just experimenting with what looks nice now. see what looks nice. I don't know if you can see that, whether that's going to work or not, but let's have a go. Is that hot now? Just trying to make sure that's hot before I. So just doing a little bit experiment off of the camera just to see if this hot glue is all right on a metallic card or not. I think it's okay actually. So we could probably stick those on with hot glue, those hearts. Let's just try it with this one. So I'm going to just, if I just move that over, you can see, perhaps you could see what I'm doing a bit there. So if I just move that over and just move that in a bit. Oh, yeah, okay. So I'm going to stick this paper onto there like that, and I'm not trying to make it perfect. Okay, it's a little bit rough around the edges, that's fine. So that's your heart. Okay, so just stuck a little bit of this paper on the middle there. Okay, so I'm going to, that will go on here. I'm wondering whether, actually that's quite nice like that as well. I quite like that. So we might do a few of those. We'll do a mixture of them on here as well. Okay, so it's quite nice. Right, so let's cut some more. I'm not even worried about the size, people. I'm just gonna do what I feel like doing. So let's have a go at this. A bit more of this metallic card. And if I move this over, you can see what I'm doing is I'm just drawing these hearts on. Okay, just drawing them on how big I want them to be. Let's do a few on this metallic card. If you want, you can do a little template if you want to. I'm not even bother doing that. I'm just drawing them on, and then I'm just going to cut them out. And we might actually have, some on the handle as well. It depends. So I'm not going to decorate this all on here, but I just thought I'd show you a little idea that you could do around the edge. And you might even decide that you might want to create this in a different colour with different materials. That's up to you. You do you. Okay, that's the idea with these bouquets. I'm making them so that you can make your own, and you can make them with your own choice of materials. You could even perhaps do your own design, perhaps do it a different shape at the front. You don't have to have a heart even. You can have a square or a circle. Like I showed you at the beginning, you can have a circle. So let's have a look at what that would look like with, so that's nice with a metallic in the middle as well. So it's all just like, so if I move that over, you can see a bit more what's happening here. It's all just random decoration that I'm doing here. So I'm going to do a bit more of this pattern one because we haven't done much of this pattern one. So move that over there like that. So I'm just going to draw my hearts on. Like I said, I'm not worrying about, I'm just going for it. I'm just taking it easy, just having a bit of fun. Just having a bit of fun with this. And that's what it's all about. If you're creating your own bouquet, it's having a bit of fun with it. You know, don't worry about it. You know, it's something that you're doing for fun as well. And you could involve your family with it as well. I did that with mine. I involved my family with the creation of some of the bits and pieces. And my husband joined in as well, and he did some creative bits for the top table, which was lovely. So it's all, so I'm just cutting these out. Just having a look to see how does that work with that. I think that's why I did the backing, because it's you can't really see it very well on this pink. This paper's not very visible on this pink foam. Oh yeah, this is created with the pink craft foam, by the way. I use that a lot in my projects. I just think it's lovely to work with, you know, and it's very light as well. So if you put it on anything, it's not heavy. It's not heavy with things, and that's what I really like about it. So yeah, so we're just going to be sticking these on with some hot glue, I think, because it's just quicker that way. You could do it with double-sided. You could stick it on with any kind of glue really that you think would suit this sort of a project. Okay, right, so yeah, so we just, it's kind of a bit like, I don't know, because of the paper, it's almost like a junk journal effect on there. Don't know if you know what I mean. It's like a rustic I really like that, actually. It's really quite charming, I think. Let me know what you think about this. So I'm going to actually start gluing these down so you can see how we're going to do that. So I'm just going to take my glue and just put a little bit on the back. Okay, and just stick that down like that. I'll do the same with these. It's a little bit fiddly, but like I said, I'm just sticking these randomly on. There's no pattern to this at all. Okay, so I'm still going to do these paper ones, I think, even though you can't see them very well, because it kind of brings that that inside element onto the edge of the frame there, which I really quite like. So yeah, that's really nice. Okay, that's lovely. I like that. Put as more, you might want to put more on here, you might want to put less. It's up to you. I actually wanted to put some that were side by side. It doesn't really matter, it really doesn't. I might move that over there and then we can have some that are next to each other along the top here. I don't know if I'm going to go all the way around with this or not. I might just have a little bit there and a little bit there. So we'll have maybe another one. Maybe, so I just drew another one there. So little one. I don't know if I can. Got the glue strings to wrestle with, as we always do. So I'll just cut that a little bit outside because it's a bit small. I wonder if we can. Is that too small? Does that one? No, so I think that's a bit too small to cut out even. I went a bit small with this one, guys and girls. I went a bit small with this. No, I don't like that. I went too small with that. So that's why normally I do template, but I just thought, well, let's just go for it and just do what we feel like doing. Okay, so that's nice. I like that. So we're going to put, so you could do them overlapping as well. Perhaps you could do them overlapping a little bit. Yeah, be careful you don't get glue on the front of your heart. This is just a demo, so this isn't gonna, it's gonna be all right. If I have to, I can take all out. I could actually stick a heart on top there, or to cover that up if I want to. So I'm gonna just stick that over the top like that. Yeah, be careful you don't get it on here because it marks it. Right. I'll probably end up sticking something on there because I might like to display it in my shop and I won't want this on here. So perhaps should we take that off? Can we take it off? So that's stuck on really well now. No, I can't get that off. So what I'm going to do now is I'll sort that out later. I'll probably stick a piece. I'll probably like stick bit of paper inside. Actually, you could do that now. I'll show you how you can cover that up. Let me show you how you can cover that up. So if you take your pattern paper and you draw a smaller heart for the inside, maybe not too small, you want it quite big. Hang on, let's just do it just a little bit bigger, because you want to be able to cut that out. You don't want to make these hearts too small, because then they're really hard to cut out. Okay, see if that works. So what you want to do is, yeah, so be careful if you're using hot glue, be careful that you don't mark your metallic hearts, okay, because you really don't want to. So I think what I'll do is I'll just put that in the middle there, and you won't even know that's on there. So yeah, I have actually bent that a bit, but that's fine. So we'll just put a little bit of glue on there, and we'll stick that down like that. Okay, so that works really well. Okay, that's fine. There's going to be little imperfections, because that's how it is when you make something. When you make something for your wedding day, it's going to be a little bit imperfect. That's just how it is. And if you don't want it imperfect, perhaps you are better off doing it a different way. But you go with those imperfections. You can cover them up with decorations as well. So I mean, you could even going to do just another heart, because I can still see a bit of glue on the edge there. Got to be careful that you don't overcover things, because if you overcover things, they look obvious. They look really obvious. I've done it myself. So cut that out. I know it's a little bit repetitive, this, but my lives can be a little bit like that. So you could just do that, and then you won't see that bit of glue there. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that. So I'm gonna put a little tiny bit. So you've got to be so careful that while you're covering stuff up, you're not actually making more more mistakes. But see what I mean? You can cover everything up if you try. Okay, it's very easy to change things up if you're. There's nothing you can't change in craft. There really isn't. I've seen people pull things apart because they don't like them, and put them back together the way they want them. And you know, when you're making your own thing, the world is your oyster when you're making your own things. I'm just thinking, could you actually, it's a bit small, but you could perhaps have the silver on top of the foam, like we did with this paper one. So that's about it really. So that's how we are decorating this. I'm not going to be able to stand here for much longer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away and finish this off. And what I normally do with these projects is actually, let's put this handle on so you know how it's done, but it's just stuck on with double-sided. Okay, so we know the structure's complete. But I was going to say, then what I normally do with these projects once I finish them, is I will photograph them and I'll put them in the post section of this channel, so you can see what the completed ones look like. All of my completed projects I try my best to put on. I'm trying to get into the habit of putting the completed bouquets onto the post section of this channel. Okay, so you can see them all. Trying to do the same on Facebook as well. So if there's anything you feel you didn't see, let me know. I might have not put it on there, but I do try my best when I finish things off to put them on my Facebook page, DIY Offbeat Weddings. and on the post section in this channel. Sorry, I keep repeating myself, but you know what I mean, so I won't say that again. I'm terrible for keep repeating stuff because I think people might not understand. Yeah, that's me anyway. So let's just zoom out a little bit so you can see a bit more of what's happening here. Let's just zoom right out. There we are. So I'm just taking the backing off of this double-sided tape. Okay, just going to stick that right as central as I can. Okay, just guessing where, eyeballing where that is. Okay, and that's your handle. Okay, and you put your hand in there, and that's how that works. And really, what I'd really like to do, I just think every time I turn these over, I think it'd be nice to have something hanging down here, like some sort of ribbon or something hanging down. So you can do all sorts of things with this. So you can see if I hold that like that, you can see how that is, how that works. Okay, that's how you hold that, like that. Okay, and then there we are, that's the back. Right, and these are the other ones in case you missed them. This is the other ones that we've made. So if I just show you, this is the other one that I made on here, on this channel. I think it's on this channel. Some of these are Facebook projects. Okay, so that's that one. It's a circle one, so you can do it with a circle as well. Okay, and this is made of felt and foam. Okay, and also maybe just leave that displayed on there for a minute so if people come they can see. So this is the heart one, which is got it's similar to one we're making, but obviously you can, there we go, you can push that down. Okay, fold that down. You can do that with all of them. And you put your hand in there. Okay, that's that one. So that's your 3 different ones that you can make. You can make all sorts. These are the ones I've made so far. This one I'm going to finish off camera, all the decorating. I hope you enjoyed watching this project. I really wanted to complete something on these lives for you to see. Okay, there we are. Right, so now I know this isn't really to do with what I'm doing on here, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to show you a little sneaky peek of the project for the next video, which will be out soon. I'm still actually editing it, and I think I've edited the first video for this. Okay, so let me show you a sneaky peek. So now this is a sneaky peek for the next project. Okay, so a little bit of a glimpse at the next project. So here, what we've got, this isn't completed. Okay, this is what I've been completing off camera. No one's seen this yet, so you're the first to see this, because I haven't done the video for it yet. So let me just match these flowers up. Give me a little bit of time. Give me a little bit of time. Can you sing it alive? Don't know. Don't know. Okay, look, this crazy lady's back. She's back with a new project. Right, okay, so this is our flower shaker retro puzzle wedding bouquet. Okay, so this is the shaker for the petals, so that's what's going to happen. You're going to have a little shaker there. So this is just what I made to see if it would work. Okay, and this is going to be the puzzle maze. So if you've ever seen a retro, I can never get this ball to go through, a retro puzzle maze before, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the ball goes through this little maze, and you're supposed to get it from the beginning, from the start to finish. Okay, and you just try and get it through the little gaps and things. It's like a little puzzle with your little ball in there. Okay, so if you look at the videos, you'll be creating this first. This is the middle of your bouquet. Okay, That's going to be the middle of your flower, and this is going to be your lovely shaker for the petals. Okay, so this is just the backing you're seeing. This is all going to be covered, all this card. The first video is going to be based on this retro puzzle for the middle of the bouquet, so you'll just be making this in the first video, and I'll put that on shortly. Okay, and then I'll be editing the next one, which will be for this flower shaker on the outside. Okay, there might be 2 or 3 parts to this project. This is quite a colossal project, and if you just started to create your bouquets, you just start. So if you're looking for something simple, a bouquet that's simple to make, maybe this isn't perhaps the right one to start with. But I'm not saying you can't do it. I mean, I did it. I see ideas in my head and I just make them up and hope for the best that they'll work. And this is the reason why not all of my videos have the final product at the beginning of the video, because it's all totally new, and I'm just starting from scratch with everything. Later on, as I get a collection going, you might see a few final products at the beginning of videos. Okay, I've got other ideas for this concept, which so anyway, so this is a little glimpse to show you what's going to be happening in the next set of videos. Okay, so I will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this live. I wasn't even going to come on for this long. I really wasn't. So I'm really happy that I managed to do this. I really am. So do watch out for the next video, which is coming soon, where you'll be creating the middle of this bouquet, and then we'll be going on to make the flower shaker on the outside. And I'm quite excited about this, and I hope you will be as well. I really do. Yeah, so I'll see you soon, guys, and do take care, everybody. Bye bye for now. Oh, and don't forget, sorry, I always forget to say this, don't forget to like, and you can subscribe to this channel to help it to grow, and do put a little comment below, even just a little heart, or a little flower to say that you watched. And yeah, like I said, take care, everybody. Bye bye for now.